All right, guys, I'm back again. Before I jump into this, I just want to say get well soon to Google. He's had, I think he had his appendix removed, and we're just sending him our best wishes. Hope he gets well soon. He can come back and help us finish out the season. But also, shout out to Leo, year one champ, first time champ. Welcome to the club. He had a great season. He finished it in dominating fashion. He closed it out on Matt, who was having a pretty good, solid year, and he handled business. It was good to see that. Happy to see Leo get him one, and maybe he can follow up with it and try and get two or three, like some of our other members. But I'll jump right into it. Hold on one second. Rules, guys. We implemented the 7-year rule. We tagged you guys multiple times, and still many of you guys broke it. Got to be better. Also, the catch rules, we added that. That's for Pav and for a lot of you cheese balls who are trying to get your fucking receivers into superheroes. But just be be wary of that because we will be enforcing that shit. Also, you guys got to be more careful when you're being GM. I mean, I'm not gonna call certain people out, but you just got to be better. You know what I mean? If you're 77 overall, fucking middle linebacker doesn't want to come play on your team, then just let him go. Don't tag him for $20 million a year. That's just how we got to do. Some of you guys are making poor choices. It's not very sim in general. We're trying to run a sim league overall, and there's a reason why you guys' team are crippled year 5 because you're spending terribly, signing people to shitty contracts and cutting them or trading them and taking the penalty. As you can see, some of our other members aren't doing that. You guys saw Coke post his shit. He's got 100 mil and he's gonna steal all the players you guys can't sign. So he said, be more wary. You know what I mean? If you have a question, don't feel, you know what I mean? Bo can answer. I'll answer any of the commissions. Coke will answer, I'm sure. You know what I mean? You don't have to, if you have a question or you need some advice, feel free to send a DM out. But I'm going to jump right into the power rankings. As you can see, our boy Leo, Super Bowl champ, just like every year you win it, you're number 1. That's how it is. Leo at the top, Matter at 2, Scope at 3, myself at 4, Coke at 5, and then closing out the top 10 is Cam, Kobe, B-Hall, Matt, and Bo. These were all your votes. I did enter a top 5, but it was just a part of the, you know what I mean? I think mine was Leo, Matter, Cam, me, Scope. If I'm pretty sure that's what mine was. Where is it? Yeah, that's it. But that was what the league voted. Clearly they weren't too impressed with Cam beating me twice last year, but I assure you he's not going to follow up on that performance. But that's the power rankings. They're going to change like always. But that's how you guys are feeling to start off year 2, and we will see how those play out as the year ends. I got my predictions up as well. Browns, Chargers, Jags, Jets, Eagles, Packers, Saints, and Rams all winning their division. In the wild card, I got the Ravens, Steelers, Seahawks, and Redskins. I think Matt will hold down his division like usual. I think I'm going to have a much better year. I got a much weaker schedule than Cam, I think, and I think I'll be able to finally find my stride. Drew Lock's ready, I think, and I think Scope. It'll either be me or Scope, but I mean, I'm gonna pick me. It's my video. Pav, I think he'll make the playoffs this year. He folded down the stretch after DK suspension. It really fucked him. Matter in the wild card is pretty shocking, but legit's coming back with a vengeance. I think he's only gonna lose 1 or 2 games this year. I think he's ready to go. I legit wasn't happy with not making the playoffs. He fought back as hard as he could last year, but his vacation took him out of it. But we'll see how those go. For some news, the TFL early off to start the season. Like I said, legit is back. I think he's going to do great this year. Cam and Matter played week 1. It was a battle. Cam said his kick meter went away and he shanked an extra point down the stretch, or as the game closed, to lose, which sucked. J-Diz had Coke on the ropes while the whole league watched and fucking folded, and let Coke show him that he was the alpha, and he came back and won. A lot of trades. Bosa, Garrett fucking moved to the NFC West. Kyler's on LA. Odell's in Denver. It's just a lot of moving around. Ramsey and Ordori are in Indianapolis. I think Dylan made 2 pretty solid moves to get those guys. Those guys are going to change the game a lot. But like I said, Wagner's on my team now. It's just a lot of moving and shaking, and we'll see how that plays out. The Kyler for Bosa deal was pretty risky, but I'm pretty sure in 4 years Kyler's going to be a superhero, and Hank and Fears are going to be complaining about fucking Coke putting 50 on him with them. This year, I think the teams to watch, like I've said a couple times, the Eagles, like I said, legit. I think he's going to go back to dominating the NFC like he does. The Jets, the Colts, and the Bucks and the Seahawks. Like I said, Jada's lost, but I peeped this game. I mean, we talk a lot of shit about him. I don't think he's too YouTube. I just think he plays a little bit too much lobby ball, and he's got a few lobby tactics, but he can play nonetheless. He took Coke, one of our best, down to the wire. Can't seem to figure out Al, but I think after a couple off seasons and then, like I said, him asking more questions, I figured out he might be in place. I was reading an article. I didn't realize this myself, being a big NFL fan, but every year in the NFL, there's 4 or 6 new playoff teams, which I didn't realize. But it's really not that much turnover in TFL. But I've decided to pick who I think the teams that won't be in the playoffs this year. And unfortunately, I think it'll be the Pats, Titans, Boys, and the Bears. I don't think they'll make the playoffs this year. I just think some trades, somebody in their division getting better. You know what I mean? I just think those guys are going to make it. Nothing against them. I still think they're good users. I just think this year they won't be making it again. And off seasons and the draft, I think the Colts, the Chargers, the Jets, the Giants, and the Cards all had great off seasons. Like I said, Coke moving Kyler, even though I didn't get to send the deal out. I just really didn't think he was moving him. He made it pretty clear all year. I was bugging him all year, and even in fucking the summer about it. He made it pretty clear he wasn't moving him, but I still think it was a great deal for him. Bosa's cheese. Phillip Rivers is amazing, even though he's about to die. But I think that helps Coke out, or helps Kank out a lot. And being able to develop his team instead of trying to develop Kyler. And like I said, it works out vice versa for Coke because he can develop his team and develop Kyler at the same time, I think. And like I said, he's going to wreak havoc on the league. Probably be a slow start, but I think he's going to be throwing for 50 touchdowns and rushing for 20 in no time. Jets, Greg, I think had a great draft. Like I said, I have some insider info. I know who's Superstar X Factor and who isn't and who's Superstar. But I think the Jets, the Raiders, the Finns all had really good drafts. Finns had a shit ton of picks. But I think he did a good job with them filling some holes, even though he's been getting bodied to start. The Jets, he's turned around, like I said. I think Greg had a great draft. That CB he drafted in the second or third pick is a monster. So I expect big things from Greg this year. But that's all I really had to say. Like I said, remember about the rules. Remember about the 7-year deal shit, GM shit. You know what I mean? Like I said, try and be realistic. Stop signing these fucking shitty fullbacks and guys to huge deals. Let them go to free agency. Nobody wants your 31-year-old fullback anyway. You'll be able to get them right back. But in closing, shout out to Bo for running the Twitter again. Like I'm always going to say, like, follow, share, do all that shit. Like I said, Bo does a great job finding all those pictures for the trades and keeping up with what the league's going on with daily. I can't imagine isn't, you know what I mean, a little bit of work. But good luck to everybody, and I'll see you real soon.